Hey guys, JoJo here. It is very early in the morning right now, and all I want to do is go back to bed. But I'm here for a reason. We are at Silverton Casino because they are having their annual event, and I think it's called the Great Garage and Antique Sale, if I'm not mistaken. Very cool. I went last year. I loved it. And last time I came right when they opened, which was ideal because they had a lot of really cool things. We're here a little later than last time, but I'm sure we'll still get to walk away with some really cool collectibles. But let's go check it out.
Good place. Lots of heads, man.
I feel like my first two purchases I could have haggled a little more, but it's all good because everything I got after that has been super duper cheap. If I find the best. action figures, all for good prices. Here's a little peek. So I had to go back to the car because I found a ton of good things. I guess it really didn't matter if I came a couple hours later, but we are heading back over there right now.
Slide these down, so slide those down.
Hey guys, I'm heading back to the car, so tired, and I'm carrying a ton of bags, but I'm all done here. It's about noon now, and I'm gonna go to the post office soon, and then head back to the woman cave to show you all what I got. Okay, see you there. Alright guys, so the footage you just saw right now was actually filmed a couple months back. Just haven't gotten around to sharing everything that I bought that day. So that's what we're about to do right now. So as you saw in the footage, there are a ton of vendors that go every year, and it's just a big event. It's so much fun. I always feel like I come out of there with a ton of good deals. So yeah, every time I find out that this event's happening, I go like ASAP. Like I have to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because it's just an awesome thing to do. But anyway, let's get right into this because there are a ton of things I want to share. First up, I got this guy. Look at him. This thing is giant. So we got Bigfoot here. And this guy was only 12 bucks, so I had to snag him. And it's from the Animal Planet, still has its tag here. So yeah, Animal Planet, giant Bigfoot. So yeah, very cool. He's kind of squishy, but really creepy and got a lot of detail in the face. And yeah, I just thought it was cool, so I picked it up. Next up, I found this Superman figure, Doomsday, in his black suit right there. It was only $2, so I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't really say no to this. It's, it does have some damage on the card, and it's DC Direct, but I'm probably gonna just open this up and, you know, display it somewhere. So yeah, cool snag for $2. At that same booth there where I got the figure, I got all these trading cards for $2. I don't know about you guys. I'm sure I'm one of the few that still get a kick out of trading cards. I feel like Dressier, Richard, would like this stuff too, so at least I'm not the only one, huh? Yeah, I love trading cards, always have. These are all like Terminator 2 stills on here. So let me just show you real quick. Sarah's Nightmare. A Date with Destiny. I'll be back. But yeah, really cool and super nostalgic. I used to collect cards when I was younger, and I still have my binder. So Richard, I really owe you that video where I have to share all my trading cards with you. But and then we have some unopened packs too, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, a ton of these guys, a ton. So I might even just do some unboxings or unwrapping. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah. But yeah, all those for $2. Can't pass that up. I also found this. This is awesome. I had never seen this before. I have a set of Saw movies, but this one was released a long time ago because it only has the first 3. But yeah, this one, it looks awesome. It was like a special release, but look at that 3D face on that slipcover. How cool is that? I could not pass that up either. This was $10, and I feel like I overpaid because they're DVDs, and you know how cheap DVDs are these days. But again, like, I've never seen this ever, like, anywhere. So that alone makes me feel like it's justified in a way, because it's also got an uncut edition here, and then Saw 2 Special Edition, and then Saw 3 Director's Cut. So it has different versions on here of the movies that you wouldn't normally find in the DVD sets that they sell these days. So that's another plus about it, that, you know, I feel like it's justified. So yeah, not a bad pickup, I think, for a horror fan that likes Saw. I love James Wan. He's like one of my favorite directors right now. So yeah, got a kick out of this. Thought it was cool. Next up, we got a bunch of Star Wars figures. So let me just get into those. All of these were $5. So I thought that was pretty good, because usually at my LCS and, you know, toy shops around here, these types of figures are always like $8 for some reason. That's just kind of the standard price they go for here. So yeah, it was cool to see them for $5. Thought it was a pretty good deal, so I picked them up. We got Django, and I guess they're so cheap because they're prequel figures. But as y'all know, I actually like the prequels, even though I know they're terrible in execution, but I still dig the story. So then we have Anakin here, and this one has some cool action to it, so I'm kind of eager to open this one up. And yeah, I am probably gonna open these because the boards aren't too great on them. So yeah, I'll probably take them out. They're pretty like dusty too, so. And then of course we have Mace Windu here with some more action and a droid. So yeah, cool pickups, $5 a piece. I don't hate it. These are kind of weird figures, not gonna lie, but when I saw them, I was so intrigued, especially because I love horror and anything of the genre, really. So I saw these and they were only $5. I had to have it. So they're called Toxic Teddies, and I had never seen them before in my life, but I thought they were hilarious. I love the mixed genre of horror and comedy. So if you look closely here, it's a teddy bear, and he's got some intestines in his hand, and there's a bucket with a teddy bear head inside of it. So yeah, this is hilarious, and I mean, how could I pass this up? It's a homicidal teddy bear. You don't just leave stuff like this. You know, it's so rare to find things like this to begin with. So yeah, and I was asking the guy where he found these, and he was like, "Oh, you like them?" I was like, "Yeah, where'd you know, how'd you find them?" He was like, "Oh, I was actually the distributor for these figures. So I have a ton of them." And I was like, "What?" So yeah, like, look at this one. awesome teddy bear Jason action going on here. Here's another one. Gotcha. Teddy bear version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess you could say. All bloody and stuff. Very cool. Next up we have this bipolar bear in his straitjacket. Oh my god. And he's on his knees. This is amazing. Amazing. And so the guy was telling me, yeah, they didn't do so well. I can't imagine why, you know. And I was like, seriously, they're so awesome. Like, how could you pass this up? This is amazing. A must-have. A must-have in any horror collection. I actually have one more here, but it's a little too morbid, I think, for the channel. I love it. I mean, you know me, I like horror, but I think a lot of people are really sensitive to this subject, so I don't think I'm going to show it. But also, like, I don't know what kind of kids are watching the channel, so yeah, maybe let's play it safe and not show it. Seemed like they kind of gave up on that project, so I scooped up all the ones that I could. And at $5 a piece, can't go wrong. Back to Star Wars. This baby was only $5, and it's Vader. And he has this like really big shield, which is kind of intriguing, and I've never seen that before. And it has the Empire logo on it, so it's kind of cool. Kind of cool, and I know it has some slasher action to it. I haven't opened it up, but I think from the looks of it, you push his legs inward, and he slashes his saber. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like I said before, I'm not gonna open stuff right now because I'm still figuring out how things are gonna be set up in here. I got a long way to go with that too, but it's going little by little. Next up we have a Mighty Mugs Darth Maul. And, you know, I always wanted these. They were always so expensive, though. So I never really was able to get any. But this one was only $5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go for a lot more online. Last time I checked. I don't know about now, but yeah, and that totally deterred me from grabbing one online. So luckily I found one at the Great, what is it called? Great Vintage and Garage Sale or something. But anyway, yeah, very cool. Also, I have noticed that Mighty Mugs has changed their whole look. They're no longer like this, actually, because see, this is what they look like here. They're a lot more like toys than collectibles now, because you could push their head in. There's like a button on their head, and it changes the face that they're making. So it's it's cutesy, but it's more geared for little kids, I think, now. So no more of these bigger Mighty Mugs, as far as I know. So moving right along. Okay, this one was a huge steal of a deal. So I went to this like big booth, and he had like tables and tables of stuff. And I was just looking and scanning, and guys, I've been looking for some older Simpsons figures that I used to have when I was young, and I saw them there. And I had been looking, I want to say for like 2-3 years I had been scanning eBay, and I just did not want to pay eBay prices for it. And let me tell you, they were like 12 and upward for one. And I don't know how much they are now, because I kind of just forgot about it and stopped looking. But for years I wanted it, and just never wanted to pay the price for them. But luckily I ran into this vendor, and he had a whole stack of Simpsons figures. I was like, oh my goodness. And they're like kind of plushy type figures. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll see in a second, but I went straight over to those, and you know, and I asked him like, well, how much for all these? He's like, you know what, just grab what you're interested in, and by the end, I'll just give you a price for everything. I'm like, all right, you know, it's always kind of risky to do that because you just never really know, like, you don't want to walk up with stuff that you like and, you know, you get kind of attached to it and then they tell you a price that you don't want to hear, kind of thing, and then you're kind of trapped because you're holding all the stuff, so it's kind of awkward to be like, no, I'm not gonna get it. Here's all your stuff back. Like, that's why I don't really like when they say that, but you know, I decided to take a chance. I'm like, all right, well, I really want these figures, and I'm pretty sure I can haggle with this guy because all of these vendors are like really open to haggling. So, you know, so yeah, I went and grabbed pretty much all of them, not gonna lie. So let me go through them. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid for them until the end, okay? This one was the one I really wanted. This is the one I had when I was a kid. And look, it still has a little tag from the box too, so it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I got this one, Bart here. I also had, back when I was little, I had his siblings too, so I had Lisa and Maggie as well, but they only had this one for this like plushy, softer material type. Feels like a pillow. But he didn't have those. He only had this one for Bart. This type of figure for Bart. The rest were similar, but they have the kind of rubber head. So, which is fine. I mean, I'm still into those. So, yeah. But the body is like plush, kind of. Except the arms are rubber too. But yeah, they're still really cool to have. So I thought I'd grab this one too. Bart here. I grabbed Marge. Marge was a little dirty, like look at her lip. I gotta clean that. But yeah, I got Marge. Very nice. And they're in pretty good condition. They're a little bit dusty, I will say, but nothing you can't wipe off. So yeah, we got Maggie here. Super cute. Her little like PJ thing. Nice. And then we got Lisa. And lastly, of course, we have Homer. Very cool. He looks a little more disheveled, but he's still nice looking. So cool. All right. So at the same booth, while I put all those figures aside, I ended up finding some mystery minis that I didn't have, so I was really excited. So I scooped all those up too, and I got, here's the Fly. The Fly was one of my favorite horror movies growing up. Not the original one, the Jeff Goldblum remake. I actually haven't seen the original one, my bad. But moving on, we have Hannibal Lecter. And yeah, these Funko Mystery Minis for the horror series are so nice. I really like how they did these. I've said it before on this channel. We got Judge Dredd. I think he belongs to the Sci-Fi minis. So yeah, really, really cool. I still gotta watch the remake for Dredd. And then back to horror with Ash here. I'm not sure if this one's from, I want to say Army of Darkness. But yeah, really cool. And lastly, we got Cthulhu. I was super happy to find him, because I missed out on the first series of the horror mystery minis. The first and second. I think I have a few of the second, but yeah. The most, I have mostly the third series, so these were awesome to find in the wild like that. Like, I just wasn't expecting it. And then I also found at the same booth, this guy had a lot of good stuff. Here we go. So I found some Garbage Pail Kids. These aren't actually the cards, they're stickers. But I think the back, like, if you put them all together, it's like a puzzle. So yeah. See? So, but on the other side, they're stickers, which is really cool. So I already looked through all these, and this one was my favorite one by far. Quad flesh. It's like picking his nose. But yeah, super, super cool find. But all of them, I mean, all the Garbage Pail Kids are pretty freaking funny. So, Trapdora, get it? And there's Bony Tony there. I think they have a mystery mini of this Toothy Ruthie. So yeah, I found all of that stuff at the same vendor. And this was originally $7 alone. So I was kind of getting a little worried about how much this guy was gonna charge me, right? So I go walk up to him and I'm like, how much would you want for all of this stuff? Because he said, you know, like, if you want, just grab a lot of things and come back to me. So that's what I did. All that stuff, guys, was 20 bucks. For all that, I got 4 mystery minis that are very hard to find now, might I add. I was looking them up on eBay too, and those things are kind of pricey now. So yeah, that's a great find for me. I don't know, it was five mystery minis, my bad. So yeah, like, just, I was really happy about those, but what I couldn't believe was all the all the Simpsons lot of the figures. So yeah, again, a really nice score there. To get all these cards included as well was just awesome. And before I wrap up, I did want to share this little beauty of a mystery mini. This is Elvira here. Love her. This is a great looking mystery mini too. They did such a good job on her. Very nice. Yeah, the Musical Nerd sent this to me, so big thanks to you, Musical Nerd. This is very generous of you to offer up, since you know I'm collecting these. So yeah, I love this. I have a box that is going to be shipped out to you this week, so look forward to that. I'll let you know when I ship it out. Alright guys, that's about it for this video and this collectibles haul. Tell me what y'all thought. But yeah, if you liked this video, give me a like or subscribe or both. I don't hate it. You could also catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at PopDotComix. And I guess I'll catch y'all over there. Later.